Hey, you want to see something really scary?
All right, you guys, welcome to Undercity Chaos in the mind of the comic. I couldn't do it at all, you guys.
Wow, dude.
You really put your mouth around that
I
one.
know, yeah.
Dude, my voice is shot beyond belief. I am your host, MTR, also known as Matt the Rat, and as always...
20th Century Man.
Renee.
We went the wrong way.
I know. We kind of went out of place for a second.
Well, you know what it is? We're short Billy today.
Yeah, so it threw us all off.
Everybody moved their seats except me. I like to see who's coming in that front door here at Undercity Comics.
Well, I still stayed in the same seat. Matt changed.
I'm gonna try it again. Hold on. Welcome to... Oh, shit.
You screwed up first.
Welcome to Undercity Chaos in the mind of the comic. I'm gonna
Just do a different... Just do an alternative noise for that. Just do like a...
This week, of course, we are breaking down the recent Walking Dead episode, as well as this week's brand new comics. We're going to be touching in on the brand new trailers that were dropped this week, which consist of Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and
Captain
and X-Men Days of Future Past. Not only that, but we'll be talking about the games that have been dropped this week, which one of them, of course, is Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
As well as one other one. What is it again, Mario?
Marvel
Superheroes.
Lego Superheroes. Pretty intense.
And then,
Pretty
of course,
awesome.
Of course, we're going to be talking about the comics that we have read for this week. So let's go ahead and let's jump into it right about me. Oh, wrong one. Right, meow. Sorry. Well, hey, you guys, as you can tell, my voice is out. And since we are technically doing radio, you can't see the giant boot mark on my face.
Yeah, we were going to do a commercial. We had a big argument before because we're going to do a commercial for the YouTube.
Actually,
by we, I mean
didn't.
these guys are going to do a commercial. I'm far too hideous to be seen on camera.
No, you're a good-looking man.
Listen, I hate the way I look. Is he Samoan? What is he?
Hey, I get that all the time, too.
Dude, I get that I'm Filipino.
You kind of do look Filipino.
Yeah, you got a little...
But you have those chin guys, too, and no one tells you that you look Filipino.
Did you really just say that?
I really did.
Wow. Now I really don't want to be on camera. ¿Cómo ka?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
No, it's mabute.
Why are you speaking Russian?
Mabute ikaw. We're speaking Tagalog.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Filipino. And we're talking...
this is America, man.
Want some pancit and lumpia and adobo. Jared, if you're not going to be on the podcast...
Don't make any comments.
If you guys don't know, we have a little side person right here. Just playing his Nintendo DS away. No, stay here, man. Your company. Your company.
Give it up, Jared.
You're just like a little filler right here,
Wait,
for Billy.
We offered Jared a mic, and he said no. And then he
just for fun, we're going to give him guest music. Even though he's not a guest on the show.
Wait, let's intro. What song is that?
This is Agent Orange, Everything Turns Gray.
Oh, okay.
Here, let's zone out on it for a little bit. Yeah, that is one of the greatest...
I was rocking out, dude.
One of the greatest surf/skate punk bands of all time, Agent Orange.
Me gusta.
They actually do a cover of is it Miserlou?
Oh yeah, from
yeah, they do a cover of that. They also do like Run Don't Walk.
Oh yeah, by the Ventures.
Yeah.
Walk Don't Run.
Walk Don't Run. Yeah, so they do all those like old school surf songs, but
Very
then
cool,
they have
man.
like
That's really cool.
punk on it.
I like it.
But yeah, this weekend is as you could tell, I had an interesting one. Took off Friday night. Got to go see AFI with Touche Amore on.
What does AFI stand for?
A Fire Inside.
Wow,
I got a fire inside.
And then
she's a doctor for that.
And then Saturday morning, I drove up to Vegas to go see them again. In
Vegas,
baby.
And then
did you play? Did you play any? Did you get
you want to hear about it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I literally went up to, and this was my plan. I went up to someone, I pointed at him, I go, red or black? And they go, black.
Always been on black.
Threw 100 on black.
What?
didn't need to bet anymore after that because I lost.
Yes.
Yeah. Once you lose $100, you're like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good.
Double it up and bet on it again.
Do 200.
Keep going till you get it. You're going to get it back eventually. It's got to come up black eventually.
Yeah, I know. Eventually. I don't like
literally, I'm there in my underwear. I got nothing.
But you gotta double up every single time.
I'm gonna double down.
But
29 minutes.
oh god.
Oh, okay, yeah, we really gotta move forward.
So, but I was kind of over Vegas once Sunday came because I just partied so damn hard on Saturday. But I did end up staying, and I did Fright Dome.
Oh, was that at Circus?
Yeah, Circus. And it is actually voted one of the top 5 scariest haunts in the world. Was it
scary?
It was. I'm not going to say it was scary, but it was really, really good. It didn't top the detail of Hollywood Horror Nights, but it topped the scares of every single other haunt that I've been to so far.
No.
You know why? Because there's nothing else to do out in the desert. Those are
no.
You
Well,
got
the
like
thing
real
is, like,
crackheads.
The thing is, they really
real tweakers inside the horror. You know what it would be? Was it just a line of people trying to hand you porno cards?
No, but I did end up hanging out with some chick after the show, and every time they'd offer her a porno card, she'd be like, "Stop littering." And I'm like, "They're not littering." She's like, "No, they're gonna throw it down on the ground eventually." I was like, "Yeah, they are."
Yeah, that's kind of true.
But the dome actually, their setup is just really obnoxious because, like, basically they put a strobe light like right in your face, so you're blind like 10 seconds after walking through that specific part, and then they do stuff where, like, no joke, there was a semi truck in one of the mazes. And they would honk it, and you literally went deaf for like 20 seconds after.
That's awesome.
So they really know how to do stuff like over the top.
It's Vegas, man, of course.
Right. So it was really fun. I'm really glad that I stayed last night, and then I came home on Monday, took a nap, went to work. I actually bought you're going to make fun of me, but I bought a pillowcase from AFI.
You know why? Now you can go get your Halloween candy in that AFI.
Oh, dude, I can.
Dude.
Too bad I work nights. So.
No, you know what? There's always time for trick or treat.
But it's kind of cool because they have a song called a Deep Slow Panic.
I love it.
And one of the lines is, "Teach me how to dream so sweetly." So that's what it is. It's a quote of that, and it says AFI at the bottom on the pillowcase.
Oh.
So I'm like, you know what? I'd buy a shirt, but I get to sleep with AFI every night. No homo.
No homo.
So yeah, that was pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to this weekend, which is Stan Lee's Kamikaze.
Oh yeah.
Is it this weekend?
It is this weekend.
I kept saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go, and now it's here.
I know. Yeah, I said that too.
I'm gonna attempt to interview who's the guy from Reading Rainbow and Star Trek: The Next Generation.
LeVar Burton.
I'm gonna just talk to him.
Banana clip over his eyes.
I'm just gonna talk to him about
I can fly twice
27 minutes.
I'm just gonna talk to him about.
So take a look. A Reading Rainbow.
He's gonna be like, why does this kid have so many reading?
I can soar anywhere.
I thought it was Go Anywhere.
Go Anywhere. Yeah, I haven't seen the show.
Something. It's in a book in Reading Rainbow. I got really
Reading Rainbow.
Damn, there's some highs right there. High. Let's go ahead. All right. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. It was all right. Little things happen now and then, but I don't want to bring them up on the podcast.
I hate my voice right now.
But I caught up on a few comics now and then. But
we'll break that down at the end. What about you, good sir? 20th Century Man.
Good weekend. I did a little.
He's like, what the hell did I?
What do I say?
This is why I want to film it, because our facial expressions are ridiculous.
Did a little gambling myself. I went out to Temecula. And
Temecula, and went to Pachanga, right?
A little pachanga action, some hot pachanga action. Which sounds dirty, dude. Sounds dirty when you say it like that.
I know, pachanga.
I got myself some hot pachanga action,
dude.
Check out the pachangas. But yeah, it was okay. I only gamble a little bit, but
why'd you go though?
Well, we were out that way. There was a wedding that I was involved in, and we are on the way back. It was like 2 miles up the road from Pachanga, and I was like, let's go. Let's do this.
Did you win?
I only bet like $20, and I ended up losing 5, but I came back from having been down farther. So,
well, my friend, when we went to Vegas,
we're just goofing around on like slot machines and video roulette, dumb stuff, video poker.
So basically, you were bound to lose anyways.
Mm-hmm. All the blackjack tables were full, In the single deck blackjack, which is he gives you some of the best odds, it was $15 minimum.
Oh no!
Which no, thank you. And they were packed. The tables you couldn't get near them.
Well, my friend actually went to the craps table.
Oh, you can make money on. I do have no idea how to bet craps.
Oh, I know how to bet craps. Unfortunately, I didn't go to it. I just had no faith. But my friend went.
You gotta have faith, man.
He went and he threw down about 40.
AFI, faith inside.
A faith inside. He threw down 40 and he comes back and he's like, just won $100. I was like, you bastard.
Wow.
So, I mean, he's like, I'm good. I won my money. I don't need to gamble anymore. So, yeah, that was fun. Let's go ahead. Let's get into The Walking Dead, which is a funny story, true story. After the Fright Dome, it was so late. We went back to the hotel and I just so happened to turn on AMC right at 12:30. So I got to catch the encore after Comic Book Man. And I got to see Talking Dead, at least half of it, with Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I saw that.
Chris Hardwick getting super annoyed with him.
Yeah, did you notice he kept cutting him off?
Yeah, well, he was just rambling.
But you had to admit, everything Marilyn Manson was saying was pretty dead on.
Marilyn Manson's a pretty smart guy.
Dude, he's a genius.
He's a smart cookie.
So that's why, like, Chris Hardwick kept saying stuff, and I was like, shut up. Let the man talk.
Yeah.
He was kind of rambling.
Well, I mean, he's their guest. I mean, they have to have some.
But he was also kind of monopolizing, I think.
He was breaking down a little. I mean,
you mean he was being like a little slave to the detail?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
That was a reference.
For what?
That's a Marilyn Manson song.
No, that's not. That's an Interpol song. Get it right.
Oh,
all right, go on.
I knew it was some band.
She says, I'm a slave to the detail.
And then I was watching it, and it was cool to see Marilyn Manson on there. And
Jack Osborne. Everybody forgets about Jack Osborne.
Jack Osborne. I mean, I didn't really care for him because I'm like
I thought he was just starstruck sitting next to
I know. I think he was too. And
his dad's Ozzy. He doesn't care that Marilyn Manson sitting next to him.
You think he cares about Ozzy though? It's his dad. If anything, he's like, but it's alky.
Like he grew up with like that. You know what I mean? He grew up with
and he's probably looking at his dad like he can't even move. They just put him on stage. They put him on stilts.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is it time?
No, not yet.
Dang it.
Where's the music for Walking Dead, man? I mean,
oh yeah, sorry. Let's go ahead.
I kind of like that. That was cool.
I'm gonna kill the mic for a quick second. Mario right now is drinking the music. I totally forgot about the Walking Dead music, but I know I could have swore somebody called it that Carol. I could have swore that I might have called it last week that Carol was the one that killed him, because when Tyrese went up to her saying, you know, you really care about everybody, you really love everybody, and she was kind of like startled by Tyrese, like, what are you doing here? Why are you talking to me? And her facial expression after,
maybe.
Because remember, he's like, go take care of my sister, and she starts crying or like getting emotional. I could have swore I pointed it out last week.
I don't know. Anybody pointed it out. I was thinking to myself, I was trying to refer back to what we talked about, and I couldn't remember if anybody called it. But god dang, Carol taking care of business.
But you know what? All right, Billy and I were actually texting and debating a little bit last night, and I told him to not text me and not talk to me, because I like talking about it fresh on the show. But obviously Billy's not here, so I get to talk about it.
Hi, Billy.
Hi, Invisible Billy.
Shout out to Billy.
Billy.
Where is Billy?
He said he had important things to take care of.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's sitting at home, you know, just doing whatever, reading
He's doing
comics.
what Billy does.
I wonder if he's going to actually listen to this podcast.
Billy being Billy.
I think he does. Knowing Billy, I think he listens to the podcast.
But
I don't.
Billy basically said that Carol did the right thing, that, you know, she's trying to take care of him. And I go, look, if you're part of the council, first off, Carol's already going behind everybody's backs by training the kids.
Yeah.
Now on top of it, she's killing people.
I think Carol might die pretty soon.
I want her to die. Like, not to be mean. I
wanted to... How does she keep her hair so short?
You know, that is a really good question, I must admit. But the thing is, like, you have no right to just be like, well, I'm going to go kill people. But at the same time, if you think about it, I feel like everybody is abusing their power in the council, because what's Herschel doing?
That's true. He's wandering out outside the fence.
Yeah, and then going into like the area, being like, "Look, I need to try and save him." And he gets coughed on. So totally your fault for going into Herschel. Sorry. So I hope to God Herschel doesn't die, because I really do like Herschel.
But I think Herschel's also the only one that, I mean, Carol, for whatever she was doing, like for her part, as far as, okay, I killed these guys to try to stop the disease. But once the disease started to spread, Carol was kind of impotent, and she wouldn't even tuck her little adopted daughter to bed. Herschel's the one that said, you know what, we can still do something, and went in there.
Yeah, it seems like Carol just is like totally thinking that, well, if you're sick, then you're a lost cause.
Yeah, but this was the thing.
She doesn't want to get attached either, though.
No, but this was the thing, is that, look, she went and she killed these two, thinking she was going to help, and guess what? Didn't work. Great job on killing two innocent people, Carol.
Yeah.
Well, they were going to die anyway.
So, but still, I'd rather them die, turn, than kill them, because they were in jail cells anyways.
Yeah, because they weren't no harm to anyone.
All I know is the second somebody comes out with a flu like that, I'm sleeping outside.
No, that too. Like, they didn't deserve to be burned, because you could tell by the blood marks that they were struggling because they were being dragged out. So
well, you saw on the pillow, I believe there was blood. So I think Carol went in, stabbed them in the head, dragged their bodies out, and then burned them. But still, like you said, like, they deserved a proper burial. Yeah, they may have been disease-ridden, but it's like, dude, come on, like, that's somebody you knew.
Yeah.
Or at least we had a ceremony when you burned them.
And was anyone else kind of like annoyed by what was it, Beth, the blonde girl? She kept saying, "We all got jobs to do. We all got jobs to do.
We don't get to be upset."
I know, and she kept saying that, and I was kind of being annoyed.
I think that's her just kind of living, like,
her trying to realize what's going on.
Well, just her trying to deal with it. So you have these mantras.
I'm starting to like dislike her now, because like she's kind of being stubborn about it. When like she heard that Glenn was sick, she's like telling her sister, like, "Well, we all got jobs." She wasn't trying to comfort her. She's like, "Well, we all got jobs."
Well, she's
you remember
over
that?
it. She's also.
Well, I kind of want her to cry, so I'll be like, "Yeah, what now?"
I kind of want her to be unemployed so she doesn't have a job.
that means the baby's dead, though.
Oh gosh.
That puts her out of a job.
After the baby dead,
please, little ass. What do I do now? You know what? But they did kill. They did kill the baby in the comics.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So hopefully, little ass kicker doesn't die. But notice that everybody's posting. If Glenn dies, we riot. If Daryl dies, we riot. What if Rick dies? Who cares about Rick? Apparently nobody. They're like, Rick's
nobody
a farmer.
really gives
people care about Glenn dying?
Yeah, that's what. Apparently people like Glenn. Don't get me wrong.
Spoiler alert, in freaking issue 100, Glenn gets beaten the crap out of by a baseball bat with barbed wire. So guess what? He's going to die soon, people. Get the hell over it.
Yeah. He doesn't die clean or quick.
Sorry, was that really aggressive? He's just looking at me right now like, fuck. That's pissed. But you know what? In the long run, I'm sorry to say, I want Carol to die midway. Right at the end of this, before the mid-season break, I want her to die.
She's just losing it. She's really losing it.
It's not that she's losing it, dude. It's just, who cares about you?
No, it's not that too.
I would have rather... T-Dog sacrificed himself for you, and what are you doing? That's how you're going to, represent T-Dog, his death, by going and killing random people? Dick.
Man. You just reminded me T-Dog existed.
Dude, T-Dog, and this is weird, is that they were in Atlanta and T-Dog was the only black guy that survived. I just find that a little ironic.
Well, there's two, so one of them was going to die on the way.
He wasn't from Atlanta.
But no, I'm saying right now. But they all die. There's only one at a time on the show. Remember when they brought the prisoner in, he thought the prisoner was going to make it. The second, what's-his-name got here, Tyrese, they killed off the prisoner.
So they're replacing a black guy for another black guy.
That's what they've been doing the whole time. So
That's
now there's
true.
two, so one of them's not making it back from the veterinary college. I'm telling you that right now.
And then the one Mexican, Martinez, is apparently somebody's bitch.
The low-level dude from The Wire, The Wire's nephew, is not going to make it.
Well, does anyone like Tyrese in this season at least?
No, I think he's a little baby.
Yeah, okay. I kind of have to agree with Matt. Like, he's being a little, Like, I don't know, he's just being annoying.
I got beat the crap out of by Rick.
He goes like, oh yeah, if you fight him, you bring him to me. I'm like, what are you gonna do, dude? Like, no one's gonna let you do anything. Like, Rick's not gonna stand there and let you kill them. It's gonna be in the hands of like the council. It's gonna be a majority vote of what they're gonna do.
She's on the council.
Yeah,
so it's not
she's gonna be like, I vote we don't kill me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, Carol. I kind of want to.
I don't know. Why is Glenn on the council? Why is
Daryl on the council? It's because you have to think about it that everybody that's on the council has technically, like, well, at least up until this point, a clean mind. They have like all right, dude, I've been thinking very realistically and not very impulsively. Name one thing that Daryl has done impulsively.
Went back after his brother.
No, that was an impulse. He waited. He waited the whole time.
That's true.
And even when he was with Rick,
people on the family.
Even when he was with Rick at Woodbury, he's like, "That's my brother," and he's like, "You got to stay with us." And what did he do? He stayed with Rick.
That's true.
So I understand that. Carol, up until this point, fine. You have been somewhat okay. Herschel obviously has been thinking with a clear mind this whole time, and Glenn. The only time that Glenn ever took up like,
don't do it.
You don't want the music?
I can hear you guys now.
All right, yeah, we'll cut the music right now.
Glenn actually stopped Merle from leaving. That was the only time he ever stopped
Mo?
him. Merle.
Oh, Mo.
Mo.
The flaming Mo. The flaming Mo.
The flaming Mo.
Why do you need so much cough syrup? It's good stuff. But
13 minutes.
Oh gosh, stop, please.
Wait. Is that how long the show's really going to be? You're like, we got 13 minutes
we
left.
counted down.
All right. We're trying to attempt for 35.
I don't think that's going to happen. We still got some things to tackle.
Yeah.
And you haven't even read the list.
I know, and that takes like 5 minutes. Just kidding.
Oh, we could get it all in. Ready, go. I'm just kidding.
Okay, let's at least wrap up The Walking Dead.
I want to say that I'm sorry. I really hope Carol dies. I think you had. This is my major point with everything. This is what it all comes down to: is that they said we kill zombies, we don't kill people. Carol, what did you do? Doesn't matter if they were dying. Doesn't matter if they were sick. You killed the person. Piss off. Your time has come now.
No, but
eye for an eye.
Here's the twist. Here's the twist. Why did Carol do it? Would Carol have done it had she not been given
power?
No. Would she have done it had she not been charged with protecting those two little girls? Do you think she would have killed? Because her thinking was, okay, I've got to protect these two little girls no matter what. This disease poses a threat. Somebody's already succumbed and killed like 12 people or whatever in the cell block. Do you think that changed? Do you think Carol would have done that?
The disease is already in the air.
Hold on. Answer the goddamn question. Do you think? I'm just kidding. But do you think Carol does that? Do you think she does that if she is not in charge of those two little girls? If she hadn't made a promise to the dying dad?
No, because I think she even.
Do you think she resorts to murder?
No, because the stupider thing was that she actually went in contact with someone that had the virus. So if anything, you put yourself even more at risk.
Who had the virus?
The two people that she killed.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, do you think she would have done that? Do you think it's a case of her going to any length
to try and protect the kids?
To protect those
nope.
kids?
I think she was just thinking.
You think she's a Jones for murder?
Yeah. Wait. What movie was it? Hot Fuzz. When they're like, when they're the council.
The greater good?
Yeah, the greater good.
For the greater good.
That's what they start quoting. The greater good. Stop saying that. That's literally what it was in her head. The greater good, these people need to die.
But do you think, I'm saying, do you think
no,
that she...
I already said it. No, I don't think it was...
Then why hasn't she killed people before that have posed threats?
Because when has she ever been...
Why now does she resort to murder?
The only time she's ever shot anything is when the prison has been attacked. They've never taken her on any of the co-op missions.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you think pushed her to the lengths to murder somebody in quote-unquote cold blood?
The greater good. Try and keep the prison together.
Yeah, but do you think that she would have done that if she didn't have the kids to take care of?
Yeah, I still think she would have.
You still think she would?
Because she's on the council. She thinks she has power. She thinks she's doing the right thing.
You think she's going to get all like... She's gonna get all crazy with
Are
it.
you gonna
Get all
I
governor?
already said what my answer is. You keep like trying to ask me. As if
No,
it's
I'm
gonna
just saying.
change.
I think that's
So, Renee, your opinion?
What are you gonna say, Mario?
nothing.
Okay.
My opinion does not change.
I know. My opinion on Carol was that, like, I think that she was trying to cover for somebody. I think maybe
I forgot about his theory.
yeah, my theory is it could have been maybe the children, or it could have been somebody that could have done it, you know? And I think that Carol might have found out, but saw who did it and decided to cover for them. I think that's what she's doing.
And that's why what he pointed out was that's why Carol was so like, did you kill him? Yes.
Yes, she
And
was
just
very
walked
quick
away.
with it.
She wasn't like
She didn't hesitate. She didn't think about it. She didn't even get scared over telling Rick, you know, because she was more scared of Rick finding out about her teaching the kids how to use knives.
He's got a point.
Do you think that that's why she had such a when she flipped out when she figured out that the disease had spread anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
no,
why
didn't
she had
she?
that-
Didn't
that's why
she
she had
get
that
mad
tantrum.
over?
Yeah,
Didn't she get mad over Tyrese? I thought she got mad over Tyrese coming up and being like, "Hey, like take care of my sister." And then isn't that when she broke down and pushed it over? Or no? Am I tripping out? Or was that the episode before?
I think it could. No, yeah, no. That was actually this episode where she knocked over the water barrel, and she saw it, and that's why she went out to the little.
Yeah, and then once
whale
again
thing.
she goes out and she's trying to fix that thing. I was like, dude, it's a water pipe. The zombies aren't going to eat it. Leave it the hell alone.
Yeah.
Run.
So I mean, I think that could be the point where she's tired of everyone going to her to take care of everybody. You know,
Mhm.
But then
because lately, because everyone's been seeing her as like a mothery figure because she does take care of the children.
Mhm.
But maybe she's getting tired of so many responsibilities.
I could see that. But then again, that's your fault for being on the council.
Yeah.
But we don't know how the council was established either.
Council.
yeah,
Well, don't
yeah,
you
well, kinda
don't you
getting sick of
feel
the
that it's
council.
like necessary if you have a bigger group to have 5 heads and be able to be like, look, we need to decide on this right now.
I guess in the absence of Rick, yeah, but I guess the tendency is to want somebody to be in charge. But why those 5 and why nobody from Woodbury got picked, I don't know. Maybe because it's like you're in our turf now. I guess.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
All right, power round.
Okay.
Power round is:
7 minutes.
are you a chief or are you an Indian in the zombie apocalypse? Go.
Wow. I like how like nobody started and they all looked at me.
I didn't. I was gonna start, but you said
I know.
wow, and I was like, all
I know,
right.
because
he's
I'm
going.
really thinking like, would I be one of those followers or would I try to take charge? Like, I don't know, because like it depends on what type of situation you would be in.
I would try to be. I'd probably be more of a Daryl and just be a loner because that's gonna not. I mean, you're gonna have.
What
a
about
harder,
your wife and kids?
Well, I mean, just stick to your own group.
Yeah,
you
I
see
think-
what happens when people try to.
I think I'd be quiet, but then I would also do a little side thing on my own.
Some side missions.
He'd be the.
Side
You
mission.
know how they had that like kind of like Big Brother, but with celebrities. He would be the Ron Jeremy of it.
There you go.
Everyone would come to him, but like he'd only say stuff that's necessary. But deep down inside, he's like, "You're all screwed, and I'll
Yeah.
survive." Unfortunately, I do see myself as the chief. Like for whatever reason, I feel like my thought or idea, I'd be like, "Hey, this isn't this, so we need to do this." And most people actually think that's very annoying about me is that I say, "Hey, this," but then they get mad because I explain why my answer is, and they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, I have reason. What's your reason?" And they're like, "'Cause," and it's like, "Yeah, you're gonna die. Sorry, later." So I see myself more as a chief. I can be an Indian if the idea makes sense.
Just
But if it
seeing the way
doesn't,
you
you know.
run the podcast, I would say I would not want to be in your tribe if I were in it.
Okay. Mario would be the first one we'd go for.
You're literally
cannibalism.
laughing that loud right now.
It's just because of his
turning red.
face. It's his face.
Wait, Jared's face?
Matt.
Oh,
I don't even know what face
I know, what
Your
face
face
did you do?
is just like, what a dick.
Sorry, dude. I'll make it to Canada and I'll be drinking maple syrup with Wolverine eventually.
You don't want to be in Canada, man.
They freeze. You can't get to
They don't
you.
freeze. Canada's not that cold.
Dude.
You'd have to go way north.
And that's what I would do.
Okay, so let's say you take off from California. You're going to have to make it through all of the Central Valley,
It is what it is, and it bees what it bees.
Make it through all of Oregon, all of Washington, and most of Canada.
Well, then I'll just go up here to the freaking Sierra. Is that what's behind us? The Sierra? That's not. That is it. No. What is that?
Wait,
What's
did you
that mountain
point
region?
this way?
You're pointing to the
You're
beach.
pointing to the
the
ocean,
beach.
dude.
Sorry, that way. Oh, you guys are already screwed if you're in my group. We're walking towards the mountains. That's the beach. No, it's not. Towards
The Rocky
The
Mountains.
Rock, yeah. I'd go towards the Rockies.
So you're gonna go east,
I'm not going
all the way to
east.
Colorado,
East. Yeah.
to the Rockies. The Rockies are east.
Then yeah, I'd go that way. Sure, why not?
Okay, yeah.
All right,
this
look at
power
there's
round's
mountains.
over, everybody.
There's-
I've decided.
well, no,
not to
wait.
be
It was in the
his-
Rockies. The
That's
Rockies.
your chief,
yeah.
ladies and
He
gentlemen.
doesn't know which way he's going.
There's your chief, ladies and
I'm in
gentlemen.
a comic book shop. I have no sense of direction right now. Okay.
North.
Yes, I would go. No, wait. No, because north is towards Canada, isn't it?
Yes.
But then that's just me heading towards San Francisco. I
You know,
can't
there's a
go
lot
that
of
way.
yeah. Okay, but there's stuff, and then that's east.
Look, I'm going towards Big Bear. All right, going towards Big Bear.
You're going that way.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
San
no,
Francisco's
really, dude?
San Francisco's a tight little city, though. It's really small. It's all compact.
Yeah,
Stay away
it's
from those cities.
Yeah, New York. Screw that.
L.A. would be bad because it's just the infrastructure. You'd be to get home if you were anywhere far away. You're screwed.
Well, all of LA could be bad. Zombie or not.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
I take my brother's advice, man. Go to the flood control channel and just start walking because nobody's going to be in there. Everybody's going to try to be getting out on the roads.
You mean where like it's like sewage and stuff? How
Yeah.
they have the little V's?
Mhm.
That's actually really smart. But the thing is, if you're seen one zombie, dude, now you got hundreds and they're all on your ass.
Just ride your bikes.
Yeah, that's the one thing that
Zombie
they say
survival
is
guide,
use.
man.
Yes, that's they say to go to Canada and it.
Canada.
They say that the higher in the mountains, because what happens is
Canada.
the zombies are walking.
Yeah, you got to
they're
get up to
trying
like the
you.
permafrost, but that's like thousands of miles from here.
No, you could get up to if it's at least 35 or lower. I mean, 35, you're set.
Okay,
that's freezing temperatures.
That's great if the zombie apocalypse takes during the 3 months of winter. What if it happens in spring, fall, or summer?
Don't you think you'd be able to set up traps easier if you were in the mountains rather than down here?
What kind of traps? We're doing like Ewok style?
It's a trap.
We're doing traps? I'll do it.
What's your go-to trap?
I go, you know what I go? I hole up in a comic book shop and just drink Coke Zeros till authorities arrive to help me out.
Which literally is like 3 Coke Zeros, and you're like, this is a bad idea.
It's like the entire survival plan in
Shaun of the Dead.
is based on where they can smoke.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into this week's brand new comics. Go
Let's
ahead and
do
take
it.
it away.
See, we got there.
Renee.
We did it in 35 minutes. See, we got all the way to the...
All right, so for Dark Horse, we got 141 Baltimore Plague, and then we got Astonishing Villain House one shot, Avatar: Last Airbender, The Search Part 3, Bad Houses, Blood Brothers, Bride of the Water God, Captain Midnight, Chronicles of Conan, Criminal Masturbate, Eyes of Frankenstein, Archive Tales, Tales from the Crypt, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven and Red Death one shot, Game of Thrones character Magnet, Game of Thrones Shield Magnet, and Gon's trade paperback, Itty Bitty Hellboy Volume 3, King Conan, and then we got Last of Us trade paperback, American Dream, Star Wars Dark Times, Spark Remains, True Lives of Fabulous Killjoys, and for DC Comics, we got Action Comics Annual Number 2, Aquaman Annual Number 1, Batgirl trade paperback, Nightfall, Batman hardcover Volume 3, Death of the Family, Damian Son of Batman, DC Comics 1 Million Omnibus, Deadshot Beginnings trade paperback, Forever Evil Argus, Green Lantern Annual Number 2, Nightwing Annual Number 1, Sandman Overture Number 1, Smallville Season 11, Special Number 3, Superman Adventures Man of Steel, Superman The Man of Steel Believed trade paperback, Swamp Thing Annual Number 2, Teen Titans Annual Number 2, Vertigo Essentials Fever Vendetta, Vertigo Resurrected The Extremists, and then IDW, we got Danger Girl, Dinosaurs Attack, Field of Mad Life and Fantastic Art, G.I. Joe, Godzilla, Rulers of the Earth, John Kubert, Killed Kids, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack Classics, TMT Villain Micro Series, Transformers Prime Beast Hunters, Transformers Robots in Disguise, Zombies versus Robots. And, wow, we got quite a few right? Because I still have to do Image and Marvel. All right, so I know I got to keep going. Distant Soul Bushido.
Wait a minute, is that literally everything we're gonna get this week?
That's some of it. I'm like skipping some right now because I know which ones we're like actually.
We'll play the music again.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We got Bushido, 5 Ghost, the Maria Trade Paperback, Planet Toad, Prophet, Revival, Saga, Sex, and then we got Witchblade, and then Marvel Comics, Avengers AI, Cable and X-Force Trade Paperback, Captain America Living Legend, Cataclysm, Deadpool Kills Deadpool, Guardians of Galaxy, Infinity Inhumans, Kick-Ass 3, Punisher Trial of Punisher 2, Scarlet Spider Trade Paperback, Superior Spider-Man Team Up, Thor vs. Thanos, Ultimate Comics Ultimates Trade Paperback, Ultimate Comics X-Force, Wolverine and X-Men, and then X-Men Battle of Adam 2. And that concludes this week's brand new comics.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? All right, let's get into right now with some trailers. 2 trailers came out this week.
Yeah, Marvel trailers.
Both of them are Marvel. One of them is X-Men Days of Future Past, which we just saw today.
I know, yes.
Apparently the story is Wolverine's going back in time.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited for that.
Yeah, so am I. He goes back in time to try and fix the tragedies of what are happening to the X-Men now.
So, yeah,
which Magneto and
Professor X
are teaming up.
Yes, in the future. So it's like,
I kind of wish they'd go with the dinosaur story then, so they put him to the past. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember that by chance?
You guys hate dinosaurs.
I love
dinosaurs.
but
I like the fact that
you hate time travel.
I love time travel.
I hate it. No, well, I like Back to the Future.
Doctor Who.
I was going to say that's a good one. That's literally the whole damn thing of the show. I hate when they do it in comics. But this is a movie thing, so it's like you're only going back once.
Well, I mean, this is an old story of the X-Men. I mean, this came out like I believe late '80s. I don't know. It's been out for a while. This story,
it's an '80s comic. No bueno.
There were good comics,
dude.
Was it the '90s when it went to crap?
'90s? No, it was just like they printed so much. There were so many prints of everything. And
The Watchmen came out in the '80s. Killing Joke came out in the '80s.
V for Vendetta.
Nightfall.
Dude, I hate Nightfall.
Dude,
Such
Nightfall
a long.
Was good. That's like the best story.
Did you read the entire thing?
Yeah.
Trash.
Oh god.
So much. But then again, did you read the main story or did you read like Batman Detective, the Two-Face, the Showcase, like everything?
I read like the meat of the story.
Oh, okay. See, I messed up by getting the like giant volumes that have everything.
Oh,
of the
dude,
story.
yeah. If you get those,
and I was just like
every single tie-in.
Suicide.
That's DC for you, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
They just jam every.
At least back in the day, like Marvel was more like this is our story and that's it. But now they're both doing the same things.
Killing Joke. I'm going.
What's
the other
back
one?
to that?
What's the other one I can't think of? Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns.
All those '80s.
Yeah,
man.
Wasn't V for Vendetta that time too?
Yeah,
was that
V for
later?
Vendetta was
Is that later?
Yeah,
some Alan
and
Moore,
so there was
baby.
something else that was like a good story in the '80s.
There were some good comics in the '80s.
Yeah, there's some good stories in the '80s. But moving on, X-Men Days of Futures Past trailer.
'80s story also.
It seems
looks
really
awesome
cool because they seem to be what they're doing is that in the future, from what I can see from the trailer, that in the future, Professor X and Magneto are sending Wolverine to the past. But the thing is that they told him to make sure that he finds them. So it's still, I believe, in the 70s, or it could be in the 70s,
60s or 70s,
60s or 70s, because we still have the young Charles and young Magneto. So he's breaking out from this timeline where he initially met them, where he met Professor X. Was in early 2000s or late 90s. So he's breaking out, trying to fix something that happened, which I'm shocked but not surprised that they haven't shown any Sentinels yet.
But at one point they also did. Well, that's maybe why they're sending her to the past is because they're like, dude, we're screwed. Yeah. But they also kind of like, not to be mean, they had the little guy from Game of Thrones in it. If you
that's
saw
the guy that creates the Sentinels.
Yeah,
Trask
So,
Industries.
There you go. That hopefully that is the storyline, so we can enjoy it. But I thought the cool thing was that they do show Xavier meeting Xavier.
Yeah,
from the future
talking to
and
him.
The past. Yeah,
he's like, "Listen, dude, you gotta stop being a stubborn little brat and do this." That's basically what he said in lamest terms.
So I'm excited over it, Mario. Give or take, yes or no?
I'm excited, man. It looks good. I really liked First Class. I thought that was a really excellent. I thought that was a really well done movie. So I think time travel notwithstanding, I mean they'll figure it out. It looks they're doing a lot of. They did something really cool with First Class, where the way the first two X-Men or the first three were shot, there was just something about them. They just didn't seem. They seemed almost like TV movies. Like they just didn't have a big epic feel like you wanted out of an X-Men movie. First Class really felt like a movie. Like this is a movie, and I feel like Days of Future Past is following that. It looks like it's going to be pretty epic. Like it feels like they're putting some money into it.
Really exciting X-Men movie.
It looks good. So, the first two are all right. The first three. Well, I guess I don't count that other one. But the Ratner one, which the third one.
No, somebody was at a con recently, and they were like, it was like 2 for $5, and this guy was like, should I buy these? And I kid you not, it was Daredevil, Elektra, X-Men 2, and like one other Marvel movie from that time. And everybody on the Instagram, even myself, were like, no, don't buy it. It's not worth $10 for all 4 of those movies. You could probably find the whole collection that Fox did for $10 altogether.
Yeah. Including the Fantastic Four movies.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was Fantastic Four. We're like, don't do it. Whatever you do. He's like, are you sure? We're like, yes. If you've never seen those movies, never see them. So
yeah, this is probably the only time I like Fox Studios that they're doing with the X-Men movies.
Yeah,
it makes me excited. It comes out in May, so
I mean, I guess First Class wasn't a reboot because you have the other characters coming back. You have
Storm.
You have Captain Picard and
wait, we're talking about
you have Captain Picard and Gandalf coming back. So that's cool.
I always forget that they play those characters. You shall not go to the past.
But yeah, I'm excited. It looks awesome. I can't wait. I love time travel stories. I like how confused. I like how fucked up it's going to make. Everybody's like, well, what is this? What is this? What is this? Wouldn't this change that?
Yeah.
And people are going to get into some major nerdy conversations.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. We probably engage in some of that, but definitely looking forward to it. Seek me out if you find me and make sure that I was a very different man then. What does that mean? Are we going to see an angry young Xavier from being in the chair?
I think so.
Like there's some tantalizing tidbits.
He said, because even Charles, the older Charles, warned Wolverine. He goes, "Remember, Logan, I was a different man back then."
Mm-hmm.
So Love it. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into something Mario should actually take away.
Captain America 2.
I hate to tell you this, but I hated the first one.
A lot of people had a problem with the first one. I think
loved the first one.
The first one was done by Joe Johnston, who also did The Rocketeer.
Oh, I love The Rocketeer.
Also did. And so he went really old school with it. I think he made it feel like a 40s movie. And so
You did a really good job with that, too. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I think I personally didn't mind it. I know a lot of people were like, I wanted to see more Captain America and less montages, but I think it felt right.
I'll agree with you because he was in the war for a while.
Yeah.
So to me, it felt right that it was going to do montage to show what he did.
I also think it's smart because you can always go back and go, we're going to make another Captain America movie set in World War II, and then you have it covered because you didn't show anything really. They showed you what you need to show. Spoiler alert. They showed Bucky disappear.
Yeah.
And for spoiler, if you don't know who Winter Soldier is,
as Bucky.
It's Bucky.
Yeah.
So spoiler, you know now.
So,
but Winter Soldier looks awesome.
He does. He looks badass.
I felt the first. I felt the first movie was very anticlimactic.
I felt that way with a lot of the first generation Marvel movies. I feel like having Thor. Oh, we're fighting over a town in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah,
I felt like Iron Man 2. As much as people didn't like Iron Man 2,
I actually like that one.
I liked that one, and I thought the ending was one of the better ones. The ending of Iron Man 1 was kind of weak, where it's like, oh, he fought another guy in a suit, and that was really like, you know what I mean?
And it built
Yeah.
up to that point.
Yeah, but I felt like the Avengers really made up for the lackluster
For all
endings
the first movies.
some of those
kind
movies had. Yeah. So
And Thanos.
Thanos. But I really
Thanos.
I feel like now they're making it, obviously giving it a little more gravitas. It looks like, I was just talking to Renee about this earlier, they're kind of going into Civil War Captain America, where he doesn't like the way he's being used.
He's questioning the
And
government.
he's questioning the government. He's like
questioning S.H.I.E.L.D.
he's
Everybody.
questioning S.H.I.E.L.D. You got Robert Redford in there. Man, like for all the older people are like, Robert Redford's in the movie. Let's go see this. See what this
comic
see
book
what-
movie?
see what this- that- I mean, that brings some weight. I mean,
Yeah.
dude,
Puts
but
wasn't that
look,
for
you also
kids?
have look who you have in X-Men. You have Fassbender. You have Magneto. You have Ian McKellen. You have these are like legit actors. So
Halle Berry.
that
and
says a lot
everybody.
about how far comic book movies have come in the last like 20 years. You know,
Can we have Monster Ball Halle Berry come into this one? Can we make it rated
There you
R?
go.
I
There you go.
really
What
like
about
that.
Swordfish Halle Berry?
That was just her second. She was
you mean
getting it in Monster
Monsters
Ball.
Ball with
Billy Bob Thornton.
sweating
Dude,
all over her.
sweat.
Gross.
Oh, God.
Is that
With
right?
his
I
skinny
wish
little
I was
bodies.
sweating all over her.
He let you blowing his brains out.
Oh my god, I forgot about that movie. But yeah, I think Captain. It looks like it's going to be cool. You got Black Widows in it, Nick Fury, Captain America, kind of, and anybody who doesn't know or just knows from the movies, the relationship between Shield and the Avengers is very contentious. Especially with Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Guys like, don't weaponize my. It's always that way in the comic books, and allegiances are constantly
Shield
changing.
still wants his armors.
Yeah, and it feels like Captain America. I like that Captain America doesn't want to be like, he's like, I'm not going to be your tool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be your whipping boy or your patsy. So I kind of like this. This has potential to really make whatever Avengers 2, give it some like angst and
Yeah.
something to work with. So hopefully they'll follow through with it.
Which I
feel-
think Thanos is going to be in Avengers 3, since they obviously this next one's going to
Yeah,
be Ultron.
because I think they're going to do that. But for going for Captain America 2, I believe that watching the trailer, it shows that Captain's really becoming a real soldier with Shield. He's doing orders, he's doing missions, but then later on, it shows that he's questioning everybody, he's questioning everything, and then even then, in the beginning of the trailer, he's not wearing his Captain America suit. He's wearing the Secret Avengers outfit.
Yeah, the Secret Avengers outfit.
So
which
he's
is cool.
kind of shying away from the Star Spangled suit, and I think he's really going to break out in this movie. He's going to become his own superhero. He's not going to follow orders anymore.
Falcon. I forgot
Yeah,
Falcon's
Falcon.
in it. Falcon's in
I was
it.
just about to hop into that too. Falcon looks awesome, by the way.
Who's
He's got
Falcon?
like a army.
It's like a jumpsuit.
It's like a jumpsuit with wings on it. Falcon, it was the sidekick of Captain America in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Falcons are.
He was introduced in Captain America.
Yeah, he's
which
an
was
African American dude, and he's pretty badass. And he has a suit that helps. He doesn't have powers, does he? It's the suit that makes him
it's
fly.
the suit that fly. He
He's
knows
kinda like
martial arts and
he's just like a dude who can like has a suit that helps him fly. But in this one,
Kind
it
of
looks-
like an Iron Man-ish kind of thing, but not as extreme.
yeah, he's kind of like he was Cap's sidekick for a long time.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I'm really excited to see that, and the Winter Soldier character looks cool. I like that he
Yes.
catches the shield.
At the end, that was
The Winter
that was a
Soldier.
good
We'll
throw
see,
in
and
there.
who's controlling Winter Soldier? Because in
Yeah,
the in
because
the
he was
comics,
brainwashed, yeah.
in the comics, was it Red Skull?
I think it was Red Skull. I think it was
Is
probably
Red Skull
Hydra.
going to come back?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That'd be
Hydra coming back?
if that were to happen, that'd make me really excited. But
I think Hydra's gonna
like
come
I said, from the first one, like it's not that the movie was filmed bad, none of that. Like everything about it was great. It was just felt very like I was just staring at something. It wasn't how it was when I was watching Iron Man, when I was watching Thor. You're like, what's going to happen next? It was kind of like,
Well,
okay.
I think it's because they said it so far in the past, and you kind of already know the story. It's hard to do because you know that however it ends up, he has to end up frozen because they're
Yeah.
setting it up. Like that was the one that was the hardest one to do because that had to tie in directly to the Avengers. It kind of had to, like, in order to follow the story, like
You had to bring him up.
Yeah, his was the one that had to be the most precise because you have to figure out a way to get him there, and he's a guy that he doesn't fit in with everybody else because he's 50 years old. So it's like you have to follow a certain path. So I think that way that kind of hurts it from being like there's no surprises.
That'd be great.
Whereas you
if-
can do a lot with the Iron Man character.
Yeah.
It'd be great if like Tony Stark and what's Cap's real name?
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers were to go to a bar, and like Tony's like, "Hey, you want to get at a lady?" And he's like, "Well, don't you have to take her out to dinner?" He's like, "No, man, just give her a couple of drinks and you're good to go." He's like, "The times have changed."
No,
But getting into Marvel, if you do go to Disneyland and go to Interventions, they have the Treasure of Asgard, and you get to go visit Asgard.
oh really?
Yes, they actually did something for Iron Man where they had the Stark convention come in and you got to see every single Iron Man suit, including the new one. And then they set up the Xbox Connect where you're suited up in the Iron Man suit and you get to like fly and
Yeah,
like
that's kinda
shoot
cool.
stuff and whatnot. So it was really cool. So if you are into Thor, the Dark
Thor.
is it the Dark World?
The Dark World,
Yes.
When is that coming out? Is that this
yeah.
month?
Next week.
Really?
Next week, yeah. November 8th.
So if you want, go to Disneyland and go ahead and visit Asgard before you go and see Thor: The Dark World.
Is anyone going to see Thor Dark World?
I am.
I am.
I'm excited.
So we'll
about
do a
it.
review then?
Of course, horse.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Expect that.
No midnight premiere. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into our one of our last topics. Arkham Origins. I have to say the cover looks amazing, and that's as far as I got because I bought it on Friday and I've been on vacation.
Yeah. My PS3 is out of commission, so I have to get a new one or try to think of it, get it repaired. But
But the
I'm not gonna
PS4 is
play it
coming
yet.
out, so you're kind of chilling.
well, I mean, like not that too. I mean, I'm gonna wait for the PS4 Slim to ever come out. I mean, that's probably like within a year, but I'm fine by that because there's still a lot of PS3 games I haven't played yet.
I hate to say it, but I really don't trust Xbox after the whole Red Ring of Death with the first run of them. I actually still have the Xbox that has the Red Ring of Death.
I know, and
but I've
it's,
never.
like, so sketchy, dude, to play.
Oh,
too.
no, not
It's
even.
like you must be scared though. I mean, like if you play like for hours on that.
See, but that's the thing. At the most I've ever played is an hour and 30 minutes.
Well, I mean, is the reason why you play for an hour is because of you might get the Red Ring of Death, or is it because you can only play for an hour?
I can only play for an hour.
Okay, yeah, so that's different then. Okay.
It's kind of like it's like doing the same activity for like 8 hours on end. I just like who wants that? You know what I mean? Like unless it's you know.
Yeah, I mean, for me to play a game for hours long, I would have to be very, very like excited for the game, like for Batman.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
I am
Or
excited
Legend
for
of Zelda.
I am excited for Batman, but I'm still like even back in the day when like Gears of War first came out and it was just the hottest game, I would literally put on the Chronic 2000 and I would purposely put it on because I was capping people. The first song, the second song, The Watcher, things just ain't the same for gangsters. Time a changing, young niggas is aging. So I would play that, and once it got to there's a track called Pause for Porn. And it just sounds like a whole bunch of girls in the background having sex. And, like, at the very end, he's like, get away from me, bitch. And, like, who you calling bitch? Bitch is like, you, bitch. And then it goes into the next song. Because I didn't want my parents to hear that skit. And they'd be like, what are you playing? I would end at that track. And that just eventually got embedded in my head as, like, my hour and 30 minutes run.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've never been someone to sit there for hours on end to play video games.
Yeah.
So, I'm actually not scared of having the Red Ring of Death at all. I mean,
Well, that's good.
I mean, you've even came to my house. How long do we usually play video games?
Oh,
for?
we play it for an hour and then we go out and probably have drinks or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So, you know, I've stuck with that thus far. But the Xbox One, I actually am excited about, but I might be excited more for the PS4.
Dude, convert to the PS4, man.
It's just the graphics on it are ridiculous. What about you,
Aren't they
Mario? You're the tech
beautiful?
man.
I'm going Xbox.
Just because we said PS4?
No, just because I'm old. I'm an old man, and Xbox is I think it's geared more toward being like a control. It's gonna be integrated with like your TV and your cable box and all that a little bit better. I am not anti PlayStation. It's just getting to the point where now game consoles are so expensive that
$600 when they first come out.
Yeah, like back in the day, you could be like, I could have a PS, I could have an Xbox and a PS3, and it'll cost you what one of those will cost now.
Yeah, it was like $300 each.
I'm probably not going to get one right away, honest to God.
me
I'm going to
neither.
wait.
I'm gonna wait a year.
Red Ring of Death, like all that. Wait for all that to
We'll
go
wait
down.
for the glitches to be
Because
totally.
they're still releasing games for all the systems.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the point?
Exactly.
You
It's
know what
not.
I mean?
It's not how it is nowadays, where you're like, I want to go buy a DVD. They're like, ooh, you have to buy the Blu-ray if you want to buy the DVD.
No,
You're like, what? Why?
They're still going to support Xbox. Like Battlefield just came out today, which I can't wait to play.
Everyone's been raving about that.
And that's going to be on Xbox. So it's like, okay, do
Is
I win
it only on Xbox?
It's Xbox and Xbox. No, it's going to be on all of them, but it's on
Okay.
Xbox 360, and it'll be now. The difference is on Xbox One and PS4, the servers are going to be different. So you can have more people. You can actually have 64 players on a map. Right now, you're
Oh shit!
on the console. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You should have seen my face. Right?
I know.
My eyes are like, what?
Have you seen the
Yeah.
preview for Battlefield 4?
The one where the
it
guy's
looks
running
sick.
through the building and like the tank is after him.
Yeah, you know have you seen the one where they have a base in like a high rise, so the other team just takes out the high rise and it just collapses.
No.
Yeah, it's like it's not even like a mission. It's during multiplayer. These guys have a
What?
base like up in the thing, and the
So
other
your
team,
goal is to like take him out.
they take out the whole building. They just blow it up from the base. They take tanks and just like hammer the supports, and the whole building comes down. It's crazy looking.
So
Yeah,
is
I'm not-
that is that the way they're going to do it now? How everything is going to be
Well, Battlefield's
destroyable?
always been you could blow up like buildings and stuff, like small on a smaller scale. But I think this time you're going to be able to take out like skyscrapers and
that's
stuff.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see people
It's
like
gonna be hard
jumping.
to compete.
You see people like jumping out of the way, like parachuting from the building as it's collapsing.
Oh, that'd be cool if you
Yeah.
got a parachute too. They'd be screwed though. You'd be like, what do I have to shoot now, man?
It
Dude,
looks crazy.
Call of Duty is gonna have like a
Ghost.
major competition.
Well, you know,
dude.
Battlefield always does well. I think it's a better game. Not that this is a gaming podcast, but I think it's always a better game. But more people like Call of Duty because Call of Duty is more about like shooting and one-on-one.
Yeah.
Whereas Battlefield, it's a team. Battlefield is a team game.
See, I
If
like doing,
if
like,
you're a lone
team
wolf,
things,
yeah.
yeah.
If you're a lone wolf, Call of Duty's your game. Battlefield, though, if you get the people working together, some guys in tanks, some
Yeah.
guys in planes,
I
it's
suck.
awesome.
I suck, dude.
It's
Like
awesome.
everybody gets mad at me on multiplayer.
Really?
Like I think the
Because you're just not like, I'm going to John Wayne this.
no, like
Run in there.
even in zombies, I think
Leroy Jenkins.
I think the farthest I've ever made it in zombies is like maybe wave 15. Maybe.
that's far, though.
my on average, I'm like wave 10.
I'm always wasting my money at the box, and then I get overrun by zombies. Getting the teddy bear. Love it.
I hate the teddy bear.
I found a really awesome quote by Captain America. I hope they do it in the.
Go ahead.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is from Civil War. This is when Peter decides to switch sides. He was on the side that was against. He was for capturing the superheroes. Then he switches sides, and he's like, he switches back, and so he talks.
You said this is from Civil War.
This is
right?
from Marvel Civil War, and so he asked Captain America, "How do you deal with people calling you a traitor? You know, because you're not doing what the government wants. You know, you're not turning in the other superheroes." So Captain America says, "It doesn't matter what the press says. It doesn't matter what the politicians say, or the mob say. It doesn't matter if the whole country decides that something wrong is something right. This nation was founded on the principle above all else." Was founded on one principle above all else: the requirement that we stand up for what we believe in, no matter the odds or consequences. When the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself like a tree beside the river of truth, and tell the whole world, no, you move. Yeah,
Go in that bag.
Suck it, everybody. That's why Captain America is awesome. There you go.
Which one is it? It's the one that says bad motherfucker. I want you to go.
Oh, accident.
Oh, bad
Second
mother-
time, like a third time now. My bad. You are one bad mother trucker, Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
Yes,
way,
he
real
is.
quick, since we're talking about games, if you haven't yet, pick up Marvel's Lego Superheroes. It's a lot of fun. You get to be it's a kids game, but my daughter's really enjoying it. You get to be they have over 100 different characters, and some.
You want to talk about
There's you want to talk about it real quick? There's here, jump on there. There's how many different variations of Iron Man? Each of them. There's tons and tons. Lots of cool little missions. All of your Marvel favorites are in there, even Ghost Rider.
Stan Lee is in there too.
Stan Lee's in
Stan
there.
Lee's in it?
Yeah.
Stan
Yes.
Lee's in it.
And I heard rumors that at the end of the game, after you find him in every level, you get to use him, and he has all superpowers.
That'd be awesome. Does he have the shield too?
Deadpool's in it.
That's just a rumor.
Deadpool's in
Yeah.
it. You can't. I haven't figured out a way to play him yet.
I have found him once.
but he appears on every level. He appears in every level at
I
least
don't
once.
think it's every level.
Oh, because he's
No, it is.
breaking the fourth barrier.
It's a challenge. It's called the fourth wall.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And you're like trying to
There's
search for him. That's cool.
The favorite thing for you, there is a reference to, because there's all these little side missions you can do. So you're running around New York in the helicarrier, and there's all these people that just need help. So this guy on the helicarrier, and he's like, Captain Fury, somebody snuck some snakes onto the helicarrier. And Captain Fury says, I need to get these gosh darn snakes the heck off of this helicarrier.
Awesome.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
yet.
it's really funny. They make a snakes on a plane reference.
I'll have to go ahead and buy. You know, I've never been a big gamer, but it seems like all the video games that are coming out are really. You know what? I do suggest, and it's an older one, but you'll just laugh your ass off playing it.
Batman.
Get the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
All
I
of them,
haven't got that one.
all
yet.
the Lego games are good.
Yeah,
dude.
they're gold.
Star Wars. That's
the
like the
great-
best Star
the
Wars
Star-
game
The
ever.
great thing
Complete
about
Saga. It's amazing.
the great
Sorry.
thing about no worries. The great thing about the Pirates of the Caribbean, it has all 4 movies, and when you're Jack Sparrow, you run with your hands like you're running like the drunk Captain Sparrow, like his hands are all waving. It is hilarious.
It's really cool.
See, and they're usually low cost too. They're like for systems they're like $40. For the DS regular, it's like
Yeah.
20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, you can Hulk rage. You can Iron Man. You can fly around the city. You can be the Human Torch. You can like.
I
There's,
kind of want to be Spidey. Can you swing?
you can swing. You can swing all over. It's even more fun than flying because it's like the old school cartoon where the webs are just attached to nothing.
Yeah.
You're just like going
Is that what it
straight
is?
down the middle
Yeah.
of the building. It's
That's
pretty
cool.
cool. Everybody, name a Marvel superhero. Wolverine in it.
Yep.
All right, I got one. My favorite, Gambit.
You know what? I haven't unlocked him as a playable character, but I did help him
You
with
did?
something. Yeah, he's by the circus in Central Park. He's like, "Oh, mon ami, try to find where the ball
'cause
is."
he's
And
French, yeah.
He does because he's Cajun. He does the ball under the hat trick. You have to like figure out where the ball is. But I'm sure he's a playable character. All the X-Men are in it.
Yep.
Like Juggernaut's in
Iceman?
it. Iceman
Yep.
is in it.
I unlocked him.
All right. I got you. Where's my Scarlet Spider?
I haven't played Scope, but Carnage is in it, and so is Venom. And the awesome thing about Venom is there's big characters like Hulk that can rip stuff apart. So if you have Venom and you hit, like, some of them will transform, like, you can transform Spider-Man into Peter Parker. If you hit the transformation button to Venom, he turns into a giant, like, roided out Venom.
No way.
Yeah, you haven't done it
So
yet?
you're either Venom or roided out Venom?
You're either Venom where you can swing and stuff, or you're just, like, roided out giant Venom where you can, like, pick cars up and throw them.
So you're that Venom in
Yeah,
the case
yeah.
right there.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
gnarly.
I'm trying to unlock Deadpool. That's what I'm looking for, but it's a vast game. I finished the complete story,
Oh, you did.
and I've done a bunch of missions, and I'm only 30% through the game.
Jeez, it's just like freaking Batman.
Yeah.
Batman Arkham.
There's
I
all
haven't
these
even gone through
challenges.
the story, and it's pretty intense.
By
I've
the way,
been playing
Arkham
it a
Origins
lot.
I did like. I didn't chime in, but it is good. I said it felt like an add-on only because it picks up right where the other ones leave off, which means the graphics are just as good. I haven't gone deep enough into the game. When I say it's an add-on, though, I love the other two. So I'm not
It's like
complaining.
no problem.
I'm not complaining.
You know what? I do have a little complaint about Arkham City. Did you notice you didn't do nearly as many vents as you did in Arkham
Well, a lot of
Asylum?
people complained about Arkham Asylum. They said you should call it Vent Man because he was crawling through so many
I
vents.
actually liked it because I felt like, because Batman has always been notorious for being that person. It's like,
Yeah.
how the hell do you get in there? And they're like,
Yeah.
well, this is how.
You know what? I'll tell you what. There is an awesome feature in Origins where you break down a crime scene now, and he's able to reconstruct the crime via the evidence. And so what it does is it creates a 3-dimensional model, and then you can explore the 3-dimensional model like via the computer. So there's one where a guy gets killed in a bathroom, and you can tell he's been thrown through the wall. So you scan it with everything, and then like you go back in the computer and you can like replay. So you see the guy getting thrown through the wall, and you figure out, okay, here's his point
Oh, wow.
like here's the point where he was launched from. Okay, he dropped his ID. Where's the ID? And you can scan the whole room. Like, and you can play it back and forth. It's
So
really cool.
is this technically year one Batman?
I think it is because it's Black Mask, and then like the Riddler's in it, and they're calling him Enigma. Like
Okay.
instead of Enigma, they're
Yeah.
calling him Enigma. So it's like he doesn't know any of these guys yet. And when characters see you, they're like, "Who the hell are you supposed to be? What is that?" They don't know him as Batman yet.
All right, so this is like year one.
Yeah, because Commissioner Loeb is in the beginning, and it's Captain Gordon. So it's
All
early,
right.
it's early Batman, which sucks. But I wish it was the voice of Kevin Conroy, but it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's another.
Does he at least sound like Kevin
Yeah, he
Conroy?
sounds, but you can tell it's not him.
But still, I mean, if it sounds like a younger version of Kevin Conroy, don't mind it.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I'm like, oh, I wish they had the original. That's what I loved about playing the other two was the original voice cast.
I love that. And then did they bring Mark Hamill back?
He's done. He said he's retired. So I haven't seen the Joker yet. Again, I've played maybe an hour of it.
All right.
The Penguin is in it.
Well, they also complained about the last game that it only had 10 hours of gameplay.
But I'll tell you what, it's 8 assassins. The story is that there's these 8 assassins that they're trying to take down Batman. Deathstroke, Deadshot, Shiva?
Lady Shiva.
Lady Shiva. Someone who was a girl, someone who was a guy they thought was a guy but is now a girl. I can't think of the name. There's a bunch of them. But it's none of them that have been in the other games before.
All right. Do they bring... Well,
You
technically...
fight Killer Croc. You
Again?
fight... No, well, in the beginning. He's like right in the beginning because Black Mask is using him as like a henchman.
All right.
So you defeat him pretty early on.
What about Scarecrow? Because they did give Easter eggs in Arkham City.
Well, I'm telling you, Edward Nygma's in it, so you know all the biggies are going to be in it.
All right. I'm pretty excited for that, of course.
It looks awesome, and again, you feel like Batman. You feel like you're punching dudes out.
I probably won't be touching that game anytime soon because I still have yet to even play my Deadpool game.
What?
I haven't played it.
But last but not least, of course, are comic book reviews. I have not read anything because I've been in Vegas. Sorry, you guys. Mario, did you read
I
anything?
am still continuing my quest to catch up on Justice League. It has been awesome, thanks to Billy the Kid. Justice League New 52 is great. I have almost all caught up on Superior Spider-Man. Again, if you're going to pick up one Marvel title, I'm going
to start collecting the books of those.
That is a strong candidate for one that you should pick up because it's good, and they handle the whole thing with Peter Parker being gone. Spoiler alert! In a very cool way, and you see kind of Doc Ock kind of evolving as a character too. So really cool. I didn't read anything new. All my stuff's still sitting in a pile. I haven't had a chance, so I got to catch up.
Dude, they have a Beware the Batman comic book, and it says now on Cartoon Network, but yet they canceled it.
Did they?
Well, they didn't cancel it. They supposedly postponed it till January 2014.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they had it already in the can. They're just pushing it back.
Yeah, well, that was the thing is that the next episode was supposed to have Ra's al Ghul. And because Lady Shiva was in the last episode, so that's why they're like, oh, they're going to introduce him. But
by the way, shout out to Billy. Ra's al Ghul was mentioned in the last episode of Arrow.
Yes.
Oh.
And they're actually didn't they already have Lady Shiva, or they're about to have Lady Shiva?
They're gonna have her.
Yeah.
Yes. What about you, Mr. Renee?
What for comics?
Yes, sir.
For me, I'm catching up on a lot of old stuff because when the New 52 came out, I was a little late on Batman train, so now I'm reading Batman by the trade. So I'm just now read Volume 2 of Night of the Owls, where the owls just the Talons took over the Batcave. And that was awesome.
Yes. That is honestly really that story was so beautiful and original.
Good. Oh my god, I loved it so much.
You're gonna like Death of the Family.
Yeah.
Now you have to remember
it comes out this week, so I'm excited for that now.
You have to remember though do you know the story of it by chance? Of what happens in it and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, I know what happens at the end of it. I know what the meat. I'm just going in order so I can just read it for myself.
Well, just heads up, and to everybody else, it is called Death of the Family, not Death in the Family.
Yeah.
So what basically Joker is trying to prove to Batman is that with these people, they're just going to hold you back. Like, we're your families. We're the ones that created you. We're the evil in the night that you went to chase after. Not to have these people do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So he does this like basically the idea with his mask is that like no matter what, whether you take off my face or leave it on, you guys are the ones that are all wearing real masks. It is always going to be me. And that I thought that was really genius with it. On top of it, Scott Snyder's true belief on the Joker is that he's not even crazy. He's just basically Satan. He's the devil, but he plays crazy so he could always get that escape card by going into Arkham and being like, well, I know how to get out anyways.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's the cool theory of the Joker. So when you read that, don't think of Joker as a crazy. Think of him as basically the devil. And everything will hit you like 20 times harder. You got to change.
Mario, man, always doing this too.
Hold on, let's turn him up. Let's turn him up. There's nothing better than
I
some
want Batman
Santana.
to sing this to.
All right, anything else by chance, Renee?
No, not really. I'm just trying to catch up on some old
There's
stuff.
so much to catch up.
Yeah, there's a lot to catch up on. You know, for comic readers, especially on a budget.
Especially
Batman
it's
on a
hard.
budget.
and it comes
Batman on
out.
a budget.
It comes out
B.O.B.
every week. It's not like well, I'll catch up on this next month. Nope.
No.
I'm already 3 weeks down.
By the way, I will be attending Kamikaze, and
Oh, yeah, talk
and
about
I will
that.
tell you guys how the speed dating.
Yes.
Is gonna,
do it?
I'm gonna do the
Oh,
speed
dude.
dating just for fun, just to see how it is.
Yeah.
And I already told Mario as well as Renee, it'll be the easiest thing. I will go up and be like Marvel or DC.
My
I need
pickup
to-
line would be like, "Hi, I'm Renee, and I work at a comic book store."
What do they say? What do they say? Dark Horse.
What if they say Dark Horse? I could respect them.
What do
for
they
that.
say? IDW.
I will laugh.
What do they say? Kaboom.
I would just walk
What
out.
do they say? Dynamite.
I'll say which is it? Kevin Smith's Bionic Man?
Yes.
What about
Then
Vertigo?
by all means. Oh, dude, I might fall in love. Vertigo is always amazing.
Zenoscope. The girl would be like, "I love the covers of Zenoscope."
Oh, I'd be like, I'd love it if you would model for me as the covers of Zenoscope. Which Zenoscope's actually going to be there. The great thing is, hopefully, I get another interview with Scott Liddell because he will be there and he will be doing one of the seminars. So he's going
So
to be
you get
talking.
to tell him, be like, "Dude, why'd you get off Superman?"
Well, yeah, he's going to be talking about that, and he's also going to be talking about how he started his career, which I didn't know he actually started it with Marvel, and he wrote, I believe, Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote Spider-Man for a
wow.
little bit, just for like a quick couple of issues, as well as a
okay.
couple other big things.
All right.
In closing, I just want to say Happy Halloween. Be safe out there.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
guys.
you guys, happy
You know,
Halloween. We'll
but be
go ahead.
safe.
We'll play the Power Round music just to get a little feel
Just because
of
you
the
dress as
Halloween.
Batman does not make you Batman. Just a note.
But just for the job that you want,
Yes.
not the job that you have. I'm actually possibly I'm not. I have my work, so I'm gonna dress up there. I'm gonna dress up as Clark Kent. I already bought my Superman shirt. The problem was I bought a small and I washed it and it was 100% cotton.
Ah, dude.
So it's like butt tight on me.
That's
Dude.
good, man. You're ripped. Show
Well,
off,
that's how
It,
those
it
Superman
abs.
does look
goes,
like I'm a
though,
little
dude.
muscular.
Show off those abs.
But we'll go ahead. We'll have a review on that next week as well. Of course, Walking Dead. Once again, I'm MTR, also known as Matt the Rat. And as always,
Renee.
20th century man.
and our special guest, just for a quick minute or two.
Iron Man Mark 7.
No, Dazed.
Iron Man Mark 7.
I thought it was, wasn't it a Slightly Dazed?
He changed it.
You guys have a great week. Bye-bye.
Happy Halloween.
Whoa.